What you just saw was the second cut for the intercooler piping. And I'm going to give everyone a tip. If you are cutting like this, I mean, it's not perfect. There's a little bit of a, ridge to it too. Hi, dog. And there's a little bit of a crusty gross to it. Take a file, or even I've used an extraction drill bit, and you pleasurize it. Not plagiarize, pleasurize. And that will get rid of most of the edge to it. And just have it feel better. The outside's a little more difficult, but the inside looks great. You can't see behind the shock tower, sadly, but I have a 90. Okay, it's the stock turbo is a 2-inch outlet. It goes from a 2-inch to a 2.5, then some 90 over. I'm going to do a coupler here, but we're also going to try and make I don't know what it's called, a bead on the edge with some crimps so it can hold better. And this goes over here, and this is going to be, don't know where it went, but I have a it's over there, 2.5 inch to 3 inch 90 that then goes to the intercooler, and this is going to be the perfect width. I hadn't really looked at it this close before, but it's going to be the perfect width. Still going to have to figure out what to do with the airflow meter and the actual intake, but this should be going over here, all perfect. This will go over here, 90, over there, 90, bring it back around in front of the radiator. I have an electric fan that we're going to put on here too, so let's leave that there. We're gonna try and crimp some of this and then test fit it up. We can look at the battery while we try this. Here we have some wire crimpers and junk. And I've heard if you take it in right about there, and you just kind of, I don't really want it in that far. Let's try and squeeze it right there. I'm just gonna try and go easy. It left a little divot, and on the other side it didn't really do too much. We're just gonna try it around this. Well, it likes to neck it down slightly. And if this totally goes terrible, I thought I saw a mouse. If this totally goes terrible, then looks like I will have learned a valuable lesson. Watch, I'm supposed to have it the other way around. I don't think so, though. I mean, it's leaving a lip, but it's also like divoting it a little bit. Don't really know if you can see. I mean, we'll try it. Keep going. So I just wanted you to take a look at this. Mind you, this car is not gonna make too much boost. I mean, stock is 7 pounds, and after this intercooler and maybe some injectors, I only might turn it up to 10 pounds. And then I'll still probably have an issue with the stock computer not knowing what it's doing. This crimping seemed to work pretty good. I mean, there's a little spot right here where I could probably go over it once more, but I think there's some truth to it. I mean, I didn't think that there wasn't, but I think that there's truth to it, that it actually is going to work decent. I mean, there's the right way of doing it, which is not this, but for a couple bucks and trying to do it in your garage, I think this is working pretty good. Alright, let's go test this up. Test it up. Hello and welcome. I don't think I actually did an intro, so here we are. This is the install for the intercooler piping and intercooler. This is going pretty smoothly, actually. Thought it was going to be a little more difficult. We have all this hooked together in junk. So 2-inch, 2.5, 90. I don't have the intercooler sitting up here because I've been taking it on, putting it off, taking it on, putting it off. And it's just, I don't need to keep doing that right now. There's one other thing I need to test fit, but otherwise, the rest of this should go together pretty nicely. I still need to do something about where it actually goes into the turbo, because I'm going to need to angle this downward or out in front or something, put an air filter on it still, but that's going to be an issue with the intercooler in the way. So I have a pipe from here. It's actually sitting right there. Goes from here to the intercooler right there. Goes around there. I'm waiting for Amazon to send me a coupler. It's a 3-inch to 2.5, and I'm going to send it through that hole that I've cut and beat out. And then I need to put an electric fan on here. I need to fix my overflow, and then it should go back into the throttle body, which I want to get a 60mm one off of a 240SX, off of a KA24, but I haven't got to it yet, and I haven't found one. I don't want to buy one new. So this is a 2.25-inch throttle body, and right now it has a spacer between it, like a silicone spacer, and then it has another coupler on it. I need to do that up. That is my special crimp job, going to 90 it, and if I can get the pipe at least over there to over here and right there, then it's going to be that close to being done. Ooh, look at it. Yes, so this is pretty much done. All done. I still have, well, it's not done, but I still have a couple of things to work out. I need to get in my other coupler that's coming in a few days to go from that to that and somehow figure out what to do there. I might put the 90 pipe and cut the straight pipe a little bit. Not sure. I also still need to kind of mount it right there because it's pretty close to the power steering belt that I don't have on. But it goes through the front. Then we cut. Well, I cut, hammered out a little bit. I need to put a coupler clamp on here. You know, the intercooler does hit the hood right about here a little bit, but it doesn't seem to get in the way really. The electric fan is installed. I need to wire it up, and I want to wire in I think they're called a thermotime or thermomite switch. I don't know. That goes into your coolant passage and tells you when it's getting hot and then turns the fan on. Let's go over to the other side quick. Here, you know, just wraps around, drilled that out, which over here they have the part of the headlight structure, I guess, is like over right here. So I drilled and beat it in with a hammer, junk like that. This was already here because that's where the stock air box goes to. Need to figure out what to do with the intake though, because it's not quite at the right angle. The intake that goes to the turbo is kind of sitting like this, and it's right underneath that, so I can't really yeah, I can show you that. But it's time to put away tools, find an adapter because I didn't find one yet, and that should be the rest of it. I will show in an upcoming video putting that together. I don't think there's anything else on this car that's broken or messed up or anything, well, that I need to fix before I can drive it here and there. The frame getting pulled is the next part. I need to do a little more for wiring, especially because that's what I was trying to do when everything broke, and it should be good to go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And lastly, I might have to trim the bumper a little bit, or an old bumper or something, because I kind of want well, I don't want people to see the intercooler per se, but you can hardly see it from the front of the car, even with the hood closed. So, that's something to think about.